Luscious, what up? I couldn't remember her name, Baba Vanga. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. Let's see. Uh, yeah, you know what? There's another one that you can look up that goes even way more ancient than Baba Vanga. The Oracle of Delphi. Dive into that one. The Oracle of Delphi is basically Baba Vanga from pre-biblical period. Like, we're talking speaking to like Copernicus and shit. Like, you know what I need to do since the Dour Hour has just begun? I need to play my motherfucking theme song and roll a blunt. That's for sure.
333 R.I.P.P. Don P. PhD. Yo. I said R.I.P. TV. Tell the homie. Mob Deep Mondays, that's everyday, thoughty. It's all for the community. That's what P showed me. We lost without the unity. Where the fuck is the OGs? R.I.P.P. God bless the real. Only for the righteous. The rest will go to hell. Flipping through the book of Revelation, figure it out. Transliterate the translation, do it yourself. It's the last days, life is a test and we in a cage. Concrete jungle, everyday struggle. Fuck the pain, I'm on some HNIC shit. A Galleon 3 shit. If you don't know what I mean, you was never G. Real shit, R.I.P. Yo, P, play that beat back, 333. Burn some weed, repeat that. Shake me up a tuka pack, break me off a 20 piece. I'm gone, never looking back. Y'all can't talk to me. R.I.P. TV, tell the homie. Mob Deep Mondays, that's everyday, thoughty. It's all for the community. That's what P showed me. We lost without the unity. Where the fuck is the OGs? Like the weed, play some IMD for me. It's hell on earth for real, but y'all don't wanna see paper trail politics. All the shit was prophecy, strictly for the family. Peace to the prodigy. R.I.P.P. I sleep when it's time for me. Dope dreams bring the skizzy, pour the Hennessy. Searching for some inner peace, couple hundred G's. Deadly weapons and some weed just for you and me. R.I.P.P. I sleep when it's time for me. Dope dreams bring the skizzy, pour the Hennessy. Searching for some inner peace, couple hundred G's. Deadly weapons and some weed just for you and me. Yo.
What up, everybody? If there's anybody in here, welcome to everybody's favorite part of the day. It is the Dour Hour. If you're new, this is an open forum where we smoke and just talk about whatever the fuck it is y'all want to talk about. So, as always, if anyone wants to join in on the Dour Hour, send me your email. And it's funny, I'm reading this as I'm typing it out. You fucking idiot. And I will send you the Zoom link. I feel like I'm in a movie, how they always narrate what they're typing so that they don't have to show you what they're typing. So, Alberto times 20. What up, homie? It is the Dour Hour. You already know. What do you guys want to talk about today? Because I don't really have a topic of discussion. And this isn't a music forum. I've got like 5 channels for that shit. So, what's up, everybody? Yo, this might shock anybody who's listening and who knows me at all. I've made a conscious decision to stop eating dairy. It's going to take a while because I am Sicilian and I put cheese on everything. Literally everything. But I have make it a conscious decision to eliminate dairy simply off the fact that I don't know what the fuck they're feeding these cows, yo. I have no idea what's going into the things that I'm eating. So, I'm going to try it out for a while, see how it works. See if I feel more like a superhero. I'm really going to miss pizza, though, because I eat pizza about 5 times a week. So, it is what it is, though. It's only food. Once you can control your hunger and the things that you can consume, then you can control anything. There are 3 levels of control for any sentient being. Diet, sexual impulses, and ego. If you can master all 3, then I think you get to evolve past this physical plane. I don't fucking know. What do I know? I'm just some ignorant 40-year-old white dude from the mountains of West Virginia. The fuck am I supposed to know? I'm not about plant-based. I am a carnivore. You see these? See how sharp them shits are? I am a motherfucking carnivore. But I just don't trust what they're feeding the animals that I'm eating. So I don't know how I was raised or whatnot, and I feel like it's been pumped full of growth hormones and the nothing but GMO food. I'm good, man. That's the problem. The animal itself might not be genetically modified, but what it ate probably is. And under FDA laws, they are not required to tell you what these animals have been fed. So, I don't trust that shit. It's 2021. It is time to go back to fueling ourselves like the sentient beings that we are and not eat this fucking mutant built in a lab, whatever it is. You know, I know exactly what mad cow disease is. The same scenario, if you watch I Am Legend, the same scenario plays out with cannibalism. All the people who have been eating the flesh of other humans get the shakes and whatnot, and they're a little bit crazy. Yeah, mad cow disease is crazy. How you gonna... They basically Soylent Green these cows. How you want to grind up the cows into powder and whatnot and feed them back to themselves? Yeah, see, that's the thing. They don't feed them to themselves. They're going to see. You get it, man. And, yo, I grew up on a farm. That's not how we did it. That's not how it's supposed to be. So I'm good on all this, man. Even with this, I do not like wrapper weed. I do not want something from some giant mega corporation that's got some mega farm somewhere that uses pesticides and growth hormones and accelerants and all that shit so they can maximize profit. Because that's what a multinational is. Let's get money. And, I'm good on all that. And the crazy thing is once you... Reyes, what up, man? Once you grow your own or you find somebody who grows their own and whatnot that is chemical and accelerant free and uses no fertilizers or chemical flushes or anything like that, the second you smoke it, you're going to be like, yo, why is this different? And you just don't want to go back. And you're going to, you know what? If you eat all natural... actually all naturally farmed free range animals, you're gonna, like, instantly the first bite you're just like, what is this? I've seen it happen before because my twin sister has a farm and she raises all her own animals basically, so she is raising everything that she eats. And dude, I get as much shit from her as I possibly can because that is incredible. And dude, whatever, that pescatarian, everybody's, you know, your physiological makeup and biological makeup is everybody's different. You have to find whatever works for you. There is no one way for everybody. Not one diet regiment and any of that is actually going to work across the boards for anybody. You just have to find out what works for you. And I'm going to put you on some knowledge. At the highest levels of elitism. Their diet consists of foods based off of their blood type. So they'll go get a blood type scan, find out exactly what their genetic makeup is, and they will cater their diets that fit exactly to your genetic makeup. So there is a list. I'll have to find it. An illuminated individual gave it to me of the things that each blood type is to eat and not to eat, because oddly enough, within variant blood types, there are certain things that are good for one blood type and completely negative for another blood type. So based on your blood type, you should cater your diet. Now, if you think geographically, you should also base your diet based off your genetic geographic history. So if the building blocks of your genetic makeup are Greek and whatnot, then you should probably be on a Greek or Mediterranean diet, even if you're not over there, because that's what your genetic makeup is built upon, is that diet system. The ability to take the input from that system, break it down, and utilize it properly, dispose of what's not, is built around that system, because those people were in that region long enough to evolve to where their body dealt with the input from that system. And that's how it works. It's just like a computer. You're not going to take a program from a PC and try to load it into a Mac. It just won't work. And it's kind of the same way with food. So, once again, during the Dour Hour, Joe the engineer has just dropped the whole cookie on you. It wasn't even a crumb. So, I'm sure the information is out there amongst the matrix somewhere about blood type diets and what you should eat based on your blood type. But if I can find it, I know I didn't get rid of it. But it's actually a physical piece of paper and not a data file, because when you're dealing with people at this level, they don't do data and things that can be hacked and whatnot. They do here's this book. You're not going to be able to find this book anywhere. I'm going to give it to you, though, because that's how they work at that level. So, I was given the knowledge. I can't break it down for you because I don't know where the fuck it's at. And, but I will look for it. And when I do locate it, we'll further educate ourselves along those lines. Now, let's be realistic here. It's not like I'm following that diet 100%. I'm a fucking American. I like pizza and, I live in Brooklyn. I like going to the deli and getting a chopped cheese and shit like that. Like, it is what it is. So, but that was 2020. 2021, I am actively changing. If you don't want to change now, I don't think it's ever going to happen, because we literally all just sat inside for a year. All of it, we're sat inside. 90% of us weren't working. Nobody had shit to do. We're just stuck inside. So if we're all stuck inside, like, the fuck? So 2021, we all spent a year in internment building ourselves, building our foundation and whatnot, right? Well, now 2021, it's time to expand upon that, at least in my view, at least my game plan of action. And I'm actively upon it. Diet alteration, morning meditations, working out a little bit, trying to build that back up. Financial education and freedom is very important. And I have also made a very conscious decision. I will no longer, on social media, make posts trying to expose pedophiles and the devils and the demons and the power structure and how things actually work, because I just spent an entire year doing nothing but that on my Instagram. Just throwing it all out there. All of it. It's been an exposition this year. If you haven't figured it out by now how this shit works after these last couple days, and how things are actually playing out in front of you, and how to read things for what they are and whatnot, I don't know if you're going to. I don't know if you can accept. I think we might have pushed too far. It's like the Matrix. People might be embedded in the Matrix too far that they're going to end up rejecting it. And also, The point of me switching has nothing to do with that. I'm not scared of anybody. Fuck them all. Fucking knee touching, adrenochrome drinking assholes. The point is, everybody is a product of their environment. And everybody essentially creates their own environment. Right? And I am choosing to create a new environment around my own self. So I'm just going to post dope shit. Shit that's uplifting and positive, because that's all I want around me. Just sit there and keep complaining about the negative, bitching, and constantly bringing up, and that's all you ever surround yourself with. Negative media, music, world star fight videos, whatever the fuck it is, toxic relationships, all that shit. Shedding all of it, man. I'm literally going to create a positive environment around myself, and then if there's a ripple effect after that with anybody I come and talk to, then cool. If not, the least I can do is be responsible for my own personal environment. Well, Luscious Divine, that's always the point with P, is to open your eyes and entertain you at the same time. Eugene, what up, man? GBE, what up? Natural L, you already know, man. It's it's baby steps. When you're first starting a new diet or a new workout regimen or any life alteration, you're going to stumble and you're going to trip and you're going to miss some days and things like that. The focus and the consistency is key. I still have a headache from yesterday, and it's only going to get worse until it ends up in what is inevitably, there we go, going to be a massive migraine when this one is done. But I'm still here. I'm still doing morning meditations because consistency is key, and I'm not going to let some fucking headache stop me from raising my goddamn vibration in the morning. So, Kal-El, what up, man? Chill, man. It's the Dour Hour. We are smoking and kicking it like we always do every afternoon. Yo, yesterday, so dope, man. Roger Harper, my homie, man. If I can call you that. I know we don't really know each other like that, but I feel like anybody who finds me, we're already kind of on the same page anyway. So, my motherfucking homie, Roger Harper. Yo, I'm going to find me, I swear, it has become a mission of mine. I'm going to find me a Roger Harper jersey. I'm going to find one. And when I do, if you're watching, homie, I'm mailing you that shit. I want you to sign it. And then when you do, when you return it to me, I'm going to put that shit on my motherfucking wall, yo. Like, literally, you see, I cover my walls and shit. I'm all about it. Fan art, I'm all about it. If you want to draw, if you're a fan and you draw something or paint something or whatnot, and you feel like you want to send it to me, that shit is getting framed and put on my walls. I don't give a fuck. I love that shit. That shit is more important than a platinum plaque to me. If somebody is a fan and says, yo, I'm going to take some time out of my life, which is time is the only currency we have, and I'm going to use the ability that I've been given and that I've honed, and I'm going to create something for you because I appreciate what you're doing, dude, that is so much more valuable to me than just some plaque that said, here, there was a bunch of people listen to your shit. Just so much more. That is an impact. And an impact is what's important, not numbers and spins. They can be manipulated. They can be bought. An impact can't be bought. I mean, I wish I could like unhook my camera and like take you around my room and shit in the lab, and I would show you all the fan art that I have up because I'm all about that shit. So, back on that shit, Roger Harper, homie. I will have a Roger Harper jersey hanging on my wall. I'm currently hunting. I looked last night for like 2 hours. I'm not even gonna lie. I was trying to look up stats, fucking videos. I want to watch some highlights. I'm all about it, yo. So much so that I can tell you Roger Harper was a second-round draft pick by the Atlanta Falcons, coming out of Ohio State University, where he was a two-time Big Ten, or a two-time All Big Ten performer at safety, wore number 47. He also played for the Cowboys. He also was in training camp for the Packers. And then after training camp with the Packers, ended up in the CFL with the BC Lions, if my memory serves me correct. 5 years of professional NFL career of on-field action. 2 fractures to his forearm. Missed 6 games his second season because of the first fracture. See? I am a fan now. I do not lie. I don't make this shit up. As soon as I got off the Dour Hour, I started digging. I said, yo, let me find out about the homie, man. Let me find out. So, I can tell you that Roger Harper's Wikipedia page got a lot of views from me right after the Dour Hour yesterday. I'm hyped, man. I called others. I called a few people. I was just like, you are not going to believe who I just talked to, man. Because I am such an NFL head, man. I'm so hyped. How long do I sleep? Depends on what it is I'm doing at that time period in life. Like right now, I'm up and active. I'm on it right now, so only a couple hours. But typically, I never would get more than 6 hours, dude. I mean, I don't really sleep like that. My mind never stops going. It kind of sucks. So I kind of just pass out in weed naps and then wake up later and just keep going right back into whatever the fuck it is I was doing. Roger Harper also had a little run with the Saints. Forgot about that. Act like I didn't read it all. So, yeah, I'm on a mission. Find me I want the Atlanta Falcons black throwback. I don't really like the Saints, and I fucking hate the Cowboys. And he wasn't with the Packers long enough to warrant creating a jersey out of that. But that Atlanta Falcons throwback from the 90s, that shit is crack. That all black with the old school Falcon. I'm going to find it, man. I'm going to get me one. I've already created it in the universe, so I'm going to make that shit happen, yo. Yeah, sorry, people. Yo, I've been, 2021, I'm outrageously active. I am staying active and getting shit done at all times. I'm telling you, 2020 was enough of sitting inside a square room like we've been imprisoned, avoiding humanity and all that shit. I had enough of it. I'm sure you guys have too. So fuck it. We out here. "2021, man, get it done. Educate yourself. Gain your financial freedom. Do not beholden to anybody else for anything. Create your own universe, man. This is what it's all about." So, what else we want to talk about, man? What else going on besides? Um, I'm more of a I use this one particular that I have is an MPC M66, I believe. I use Machine. As far as keyboards, like the whole world is about convenience. So it's actually better to get a MIDI controller because then you can tap into anything and play it, and you're not stuck to whatever sounds are limited to that particular unit. And now you can get emulators of all of your favorite hardware units anyway. So no matter which MIDI player you have, MIDI keyboard, it can be an ASR10. Or it can be a Phantom, or it can be a Motif, or whatever the fuck people are using these days. Andromeda, I don't even know, Alesis. AE, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. It's fucking alien, robot, a combination of all three, a beam of light. I don't know, man. All I know is I have a mission. I will not stop until my mission is over, and while I walk on this mission, I will be protected so that I can complete my mission. And that's it. Other than that, I don't fucking care about anything but my dog and the 333 at this point. I mean, my family, of course, that goes without saying, but I feel like it's a purpose that I must fulfill, and that's what I'm down here for. And I've always said, as soon as I'm done with the mission down here, the first thing I'm doing on the next physical plate, I know P is already waiting in the fifth dimensional studio with Tupac. Like, wait till my boy gets here, you gonna see. And there's Prodigy and Tupac records are going to get made on the fifth dimension, and it's going to be incredible. And Big's going to be there in the background like, y'all motherfuckers is ill. Like, let me get a verse, yo. Can you imagine that scenario? Pac and P writing in the lab with Big in the background, and Big being like, let me get a verse, and then both of them kind of looking at him like, Biggie, you nice and everything, but I don't know if you're on this level. And not rap skill-wise, because Biggie was fucking big. Like, it's fucking Biggie, yo. But that conscious drive the people towards a common purpose, another level of consciousness type of music. It's like Pac and P were it. No, come on, man. I love Big L. Big L can really, really, really rap. And then Pun, as far as technical skills, is like top 5. He's got to be like 3rd, 4th, or 5th technically skilled of any rapper ever. But technical skills don't mean that you can write songs. But Pun was amazing, his skill set was incredible. And then, come on, Big L's Big L, dude. It's Big L. Like, come on. How many rappers stole Big L's style? Big L was so dope. Guru's incredible, and Guru spits that shit. As a matter of fact, Above the Clouds is one of my favorite songs ever. It's got to be in the top 5 of my favorite individual records in the history of music is Above the Clouds. I think that might be my favorite hook / chorus of any rap record, to be honest with you. And I've always said that. And I it's hard for me to change my opinion. You guys know that. I'm pretty definitive about my favorite things. So Above the Clouds, Primo and Guru, I think that's my favorite rap chorus of all time. And come on, Guru and Primo, they do that shit. But this is P and Pac we're talking about. And honestly, I'm not one of those producers that wants to put 9 different rappers on a record. People's attention spans are too short. Well, see, Nate can do the hook. So that counts. Yeah, like those like DJ Khaled records where there's like 9 different rappers on the record. And nobody wants to hear a 6-minute long song, and nobody wants to wait 5 minutes to hear their favorite rapper who's got like the very last verse. I was never a big fan of that shit. So 2 artists is enough unless Nate's doing the hook, then that doesn't count. So let me tell you a story about that. So Pacino, Unpac, shout out to my homie Un did this rap song once, and I got to think of how many people he put. He wanted to make it the longest rap song ever with the most features, and it was something like 30 different rappers on this thing, and there was no time limit on. Some of them rapped 8 bars, one of them rapped for like 4 fucking minutes straight. Like, it was just chaos, and it was a really cool idea. But at the time, the way it was presented was like, it was like fucking 40 some minutes long. And it was the same beat for 40 straight minutes. And it wasn't like everybody was rapping about the same thing. Everybody just jumped on there and just tried to exhibit their rap skills. But 40 fucking minutes, yo. What if your verse is 35 minutes into the shit? Like, who's going to make it to your shit? And at that time, when we were doing it, you couldn't like separate it on YouTube or anything. And so it was just like one giant long ass fucking song, dude. Ambitious as hell, and it probably was a Guinness World Record, to be honest with you, at the moment. But I think it was somewhere around 30 fucking rappers on it. It was wild, yo. Absolutely wild. Unpac. Un is the dude, man. Un got one of the illest rap styles in the history of rap, yo. Yo, yeah, shout out to Tony Touch, man. Tony Toka Tuesdays. Yo, Tony Touches and P are responsible for one of my most underrated Prodigy joints, Basics. No hook, no nothing, just P going in on Tony Touch. This shit is dope, man. Super ill beat. I think Chemistry made the beat, because at the end he says Chemistry on the beat, Murder Music, the movie, the album, the LP. Yeah, so yeah, Tony Toka, Chemistry on the beat, Murder Music, the movie, the album, the LP. Yeah, that's how he ends the song. I just always thought the way he flowed that little outro shit was so fucking cool. I wish he'd have done that precise cadence pattern a couple more times with some of his rhymes. But, it's P. He bodied it anyway. Yeah, Kal-El, man. Basics is such a dope fucking song, man. Shit, I got goosebumps thinking about it. I want to play it, but this isn't a music show, so that's not what I'm doing on this one. Plus, YouTube and their censorship and whatnot. The second I would start playing copyrighted music, this episode would then now turn into one of all the other episodes, which I don't really give a fuck about, but I'm just trying to keep separation of church and state, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Dilla was so unique, so different. You know what? That's what I always tell everybody. Like, if you're making music, don't be, like P said, don't be a follower. And if you're creating, you shouldn't really be a follower, because if somebody has already made themselves successful with some form of rap, some style, some genre, or whatever it is, well, they've already done it. So anything after that is just a copy. And even if you are a little bit successful, you're just going to be a kind of a clone of that, and it will be moderately successful. And whenever that little style or whatever is over, then you're over. I always tell everyone gets their shot, man, especially if you're doing something unique and different. If it's different, like, you'll get your shot. People are going to be like, oh, this is different. So just keep doing you. Keep creating whatever it is that's different, because whatever you get your shot, people are going to be like, oh, this is fucking, it's not like anything else that's going on right now. Show me what else you got. And you better have something to back it up with. You know? So, like, any trend. That's why Drake's success and his intelligence was staying ahead of trends. He's not necessarily a creator, because he stole a lot of his styles and trends and whatnot, or borrowed, if you want to speak judiciously about it, from smaller artists that nobody had heard of yet, and usually from, somewhere else in the world. Whatever little style or whatever little cadence or whatever they had that was unique, he's hijacking the shit out of that. And everybody who's fans of the other creator will be like, oh, Drake stole that shit. But, well, Drake's got like 1 billion fans, and his song's going to be on the radio 1 million times in every country and city, and then everybody's just going to assume that he made it and whatnot, and he's the genius because he stays ahead and everything. Well, his genius is in the ability to identify things that are hot and new and co-opt it quick. There is a certain level of genius in that. Don't discount it, because if it was really, really fucking easy, then everybody would have been Drake. He's like a rap talent scout, right? So in professional sports, you got these scouts whose job it is to go and scour the world for untapped talent and potential. And they might find some kid that no one's ever heard of in the middle of nowhere who's just been doing whatever that is his whole life, and he's better than everyone. And they might hit. And their ability to find people, those diamonds in the rough, before everyone else is what makes them a good scout. Well, that's what Drake is. He has a very finite ability to find things that are going to be hot and getting on them before anybody else. So, yeah. D. Barry, I told you, this is what I said last night during the Beat Boutique. It doesn't even matter if you click the notification thing. It's not going to let you know I'm going live. So the best thing is to just pay attention to Instagram stories, because right before I go live on any stream, I'm not going live on Instagram anymore. That was 2020, 2019, and all that shit. I'm not going live on Instagram anymore. Now I would just post a story that says that I'm live on YouTube. It'd be dope if fucking Instagram would stop being an asshole and allow me to put the link in, so you could just click it, or swipe up. But you know how Instagram is. I'm not influential enough. You got to have like 10,000 followers to get that ability on your business page. So, that is what it is. I'm not really worried about that. I've never really been worried about none of that shit. I'm just trying to make it easier for you guys to know whenever shit's going on, because with the Dour Hour, there's no set time, people. It's whenever I get back from the park with my dog in the afternoon. We just hang out for a while. Same thing with morning meditation. It's whenever I get up. Now, every other stream I do outside of mixing records is all regimented on time, so that makes it easy. But these ones, I don't want to commit to 3:30 in the afternoon or 3 in the afternoon for the Dour Hour. I just want to do it whenever I feel like it. Now, if we continue to grow, if this shit continues to grow bigger and bigger, and more people are drawn to it, and we can continue to build with everybody and build a little community and whatnot, then yeah, fuck it, whatever, we will be more regimented. But until then, we're just going to go when we can, and the people will be brought if they are ready. I'm acting like I'm Moses or something. And Moses, I am definitely not. Speaking of that, y'all ever seen Noah, the movie with Russell Crowe, directed by Dan Orfnowski, who is It's like my second favorite director. Christopher Nolan is number one because his movies are so fucking smart. And he rarely misses. Tenet was a little bit weird. I think he tried to make a movie so fucking smart that, like, it's too smart. It's too much. You have to think so much. I watched it 3 times, and I'm an extremely intelligent individual, and even I'm just like, Jesus, God, this guy is just trying too hard to be smarter than everybody. But as always, it's shot impeccably. It looks amazing. The sound's incredible. It's dope. Yeah, Christopher Nolan's fucking ill, man. But Dan Orslowski, or whatever his name is. Darren. Dan is the fucking quarterback. See, football head. Darren Orslowski, the guy who did Requiem for a Dream and Pi. What else did he do? He did that weird ass fucking movie, Mother. And I will say that that's the weirdest. I see The Wrestler. That amazing. That shit with Mickey Rourke. Shout out to you, homie. Yeah, Kal-El, The Wrestler, incredible. That guy's such a good director. But that movie, Mother, man, he even said that they were trying to make the goal was to make something that was so shocking that people will walk out of the theaters. And I ain't watched it in the theater. Me and my niece watched it. But I almost walked out of the goddamn room in the middle of that one. The Wrestler. Yo, Kal-El, I'm glad that thank you for reminding me of that movie. Because if I do, which I don't, 2021, I try to stay active. But if I get like an hour and a half where I don't feel like being active, I'm going to watch The Wrestler again. Mickey Rourke is fucking dope, yo. Alright, fucking internet, dude. Brooklyn internet is crazy. It's even crazier that I'm hardwired in, and it keeps kicking me off. My apologies to everybody. There's really nothing I can do about it. I am beholden to the internet carriers because there's only one carrier in this entire borough. And as Optimum, you have one option. There are no other options out here. It's fucking crazy. And a place with this many millions of people in just this borough alone, that there's only one option for internet providers here. It's fucking retarded. But let's not complain about things. Let's just be thankful and grateful that I am connected again. How about that? Let's be grateful about shit. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Yo, so AE, this might surprise you. Though I always talk about how I am Sicilian. Frederic, what up? I'm part Polish, yo. My grandmother, on my dad's side of the family, was from Krakow. Her last name was Swalinski, and you already know, homie. Your last name probably has ski at the end. But you already know, if it's got ski at the end, you are Polish as a motherfucker. Yeah, homie, I grew up eating pierogies. Like actual ones. Cabbage rolls, I didn't eat them, but you know all that Polish food. Goulash, pierogies, fucking cabbage rolls, disgusting. Well, you've got to be one of the other Polish things at the end, because, what is it, O is Italian. Yeah, ski's usually the Polak. See, I'm allowed to call it Polak because I'm part Polak. I think it's hilarious when they're like, oh, the Polacks. Really? Yeah, whatever. But yeah. Yo, so, Goulash. Yeah, well, there's a whatever it is, it came from my grandmother's. That whole Eastern European shit, dude. But pierogies are. What is goulash? Is that a Hungarian? Yeah, see? I knew it before you even typed it. It was Hungarian. Yo, so let me ask you something. Uh, no onions or onions in your pierogies, homie. Because I didn't like onions in mine. And the other pierogi question I have for you: boiled or pan-seared and baked? I mean, if you boil it, it's essentially a dumpling. It's not a pierogi at this point. See, I even said it properly that time. Uh, it's not. It's a fucking dumpling. You just made a potato and cheese dumpling. That's not. It's supposed to be pan-seared and then baked. It's pierogies. Like, come on. But, yo, I can promise you, that's the only Polish slash Hungarian slash Eastern European food that I even like. Yeah, apologies for my extremely southern and Caucasian accent because I am, after all, from the mountains of West Virginia. And I can guarantee you the E's, A's, O's, U's, all the vowels, they don't sound right coming out of me. So, but it is what it is. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, we're having a pierogi discussion here. I don't want my pierogies all fucking mushy and boiled like that, noodly. I want it pan-seared in butter or whatever your medium is, so it kind of creates a little crispy caramelized coating on the outside and then baked. And that's dope. Shout out to pierogies. So, what? Anybody want to hop into Dour Hour? Let me know. I got about 3/4 of a blunt left before I'm going to do some other shit. Or if not, what else the fuck you guys want to talk about? Because this is what we do. How did he know? He had to have heard your accent because you can kind of tell that whole Hungarian, Ukrainian. It's weird because the geographical political lines have changed in Eastern Russia. The whole Eastern European bloc has altered so many times. It's like, look, I thought goulash was Polish. What the fuck do I know? But in the back of my mind, I knew it wasn't because I had been told it's not, that it's Hungarian. I knew that shit. It makes sense because Polish people don't use fucking tomatoes that much. I don't remember too much Polish food that was like a tomato based thing. The fuck do I know? I grew up Sicilian, dude. There's marinara and cheese on everything. That's what I thought. It's not really a tomato based thing. Yeah, see? I kind of know what I'm talking about, A little cultural influences. I remember dinners with the grandparents and whatnot. As a little kid, you think all this fucking food is weird and shit. You just want pizza and chicken. There was a Polish pastry shop that I used to go to every once in a while in Brooklyn. That shit was fucking good. I can't really remember what the difference was in it, but that shit was pretty fucking cool, man. I never thought in my entire life that I would have a conversation this long about pierogies. The Dour Hour, people. It goes down. This is why I like doing this shit, yo. There's nothing. There's no rules. Yesterday we talked about Roger Harper's NFL career and what it's like to be in the NFL and like shit like that and how the business is. And today we're talking about fucking pierogies. Hash brown, what up, yo? What did they sell there? I don't remember, man. I don't remember the names of any of them, but there was this one thing that was like, it had lines cut in it, so they split open a little bit. It was kind of hard on the outside. And it was darker. Like in color, it wasn't like light on the outside. It was a little bit darker, and it had these big, like, sugar crystals. They look like big squares of sugar crystals, like giant sugar crystals on it. That shit was slamming, yo. That shit was really fucking good. It was very buttery. I didn't know if I would like the buttery with the sugar thing, but the fact that the outside had been kind of darkened or browned, if you say, it had that like browned bread, overbaked bread, like crouton kind of shit to it. I don't know what it's called. That shit was slamming though, yo. I can't, the Dour Hour, yo. What the fuck am I even talking about right now? This is the worst show in America. Oh, good Lord. Oh, my God. Yo, the only reason I'm saying that because there's a show that I watch on YouTube almost religiously, and he every single day on the show, he's just like, yo, this is the worst show in the world. This show fucking stinks. But he's got like 50,000 viewers live at a time. But it's always funny when he says that shit, and I'm not trying to steal his shit, but if I'm going to spend 40 minutes talking about pierogies, this has got to be the worst show in America today. Oh, man. Yo, D-Berry, let me add you in so that I can stop talking about whatever the fuck it is I'm talking about right now. I'm high. Let's see. I used to know the basics. Yo, homie, you gotta send me your email again because I didn't save it in my Gmail, and I can't just pull it up off of address book because I'm high all the time. I be high. You guys know this. Yeah, I used to know. I don't even know if it's true anymore. I was actually probably Hungarian at this point. Butter, milk, and bread I used to know. Because my dad would always use those words at the dinner table instead of just saying, could you pass the butter? He would always use the Polish words when we were little kids. So, who knows? Who knows? But we will have a funny conversation about that as soon as I add the homie in. Because if this is what we're talking about today, we might as well keep talking about it. Is it, see, I know that's butter, isn't it? Or am I tripping? I mean, if... Ah, damn it, I can smell... Yeah, see, I'm not... It's... The A is more of a U right? Correct? It's Musla, something like that. See, this is why I don't fucking do shit like that. My West Virginia mountain accent makes all of the vowels sound funny as hell, yo. Baswo. Mazwa. Yeah, dude, I'm retarded, yo. This is why I just speak English. Yo, could you imagine me trying to learn like Japanese or something? Jesus Christ.
What's up, yo?
It would be the funniest sounding shit ever. Me in any foreign language is not going to work, yo. My country accent will not allow it to form. What up, homie?
What's up, yo? Chilling.
Yo, come on, son. Like, I'm so country. Like, dude, I've lived in New York for fucking 17 years, and I still have a country accent. It's not going to be erased. I'd have to go to some like dialect coach or something.
Heavy. I guess I'm like a magician. You hypnotize you or some shit.
I guess.
Speaking different.
I mean, I could go like slam my head into something and see if that'll work, but I've had 15 concussions already. I'm good. I don't want another one. Yeah, you know, football, baby. Football in the 90s was a different sport than it is today.
Right. It's like everything nowadays. Basketball getting crazy too nowadays, man. Like traveling, taking 3-4 steps, no dribble.
Don't even get me started on that dumb shit. I hate all that. But, yo, so here's an interesting fact about my concussion history. Of the 15 documented concussions that I have, and probably 30 or more that were undocumented, because the 90s when you got rocked, that wasn't a concussion. Just shake it off, dude. You're fine. Now, if you just even like look like you have a concussion, you're going into the concussion protocols. You're out for a week. Like, forget about it, right? Out of the 15, probably maybe like 6 or 7 of them were actually from football. The rest of them were just life, because I have always just gone a million miles an hour and just suffered the consequences later.
Fuck it.
I mean, I said I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Shit.
Yeah, right. Enjoy it while you
can. So what you got popping today, homie?
No, I was supposed to be off today, but I worked a little 6-hour shift because I worked 12-hour shifts. But like yesterday and today, I worked like overtime. Like, so I just worked 2 little 6-hour shifts. Got off at like lunchtime. I was just setting up the crypto tab, so I signed into the Google thing, and it sent me to YouTube to verify it, and that's why I seen you was live. So I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
so
dude, yeah, them notification things don't work, man.
Nah, they don't.
So yeah, I just actually see, this is good. We can actually shift off to the pierogi talk. This is the worst show in America, people. I'm glad you're here for it. I just actually shifted all of my link over to the Nexo wallet instead of my Coinbase, because with Nexo, people, it's $100 million insurance on any of your crypto, so nothing's going to happen. And nothing's going to happen to it, people. 100 million. You don't have 100 million in there. You're good. And then on top of that, on all of the coins that they allow you to have, they give you a 5% return.
Yeah.
And then if you can manipulate it up to 10% if you do the other things that they do, like join whatever plan. But 5% is free.
Or you ask for the Nexo token or whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that. Just pay me back in the same coin, because what is cool about the Nexo wallet is compounding interest. Mm-hmm. So they're doing what Sally Mae does to you and what banks do to you. So whatever interest you accrue, instead of it sitting in a side thing of interest that just keeps adding, they put it back into your pool, and then you earn your new interest rate is based off of the total in the new pool.
Yeah, I seen that this morning. I got some interest. I put my Litecoin in there the other day. Then I bought the link this morning, like I was telling you. I bought some link. Then I was actually just trying to set up the Binance or whatever, but I'm waiting for the verification, because I was trying to buy some the V coin. And
I actually just jumped on to Binance on January 1st, because I'm just like, all right, these two are starting to gain value before they're going to be on Coinbase, and I don't want to be too late on this. I'd rather get it at 2 cents And then instead of waiting until it gets to $2 and Coinbase is, all right, we should fuck with this one.
Right, that's what I was trying to do. There's another one I was looking at, like the crypto.com or whatever. I was going to try that app too, because the Binance, I don't know, it might be taking a little bit. Because I halfway sent them the right paperwork. They was asking for like a utility bill or something.
Yeah, no. Binance is for real. Binance is for like the big boys.
Yeah.
That's like the big players. Dude, you could trade $100 million on Binance if you want to. Like, it's for the big boys.
I was sitting there because that's what I was looking at the graphs, and at the bottom there's like the green and the red, and I was sitting there watching a couple of them, like $1 million going across. I'm like, God damn, yo.
Yeah, that's for the big boys, dude. And that's why I jumped into it this year, because I'm going into past my first year. So now I'm just like, all right, I've figured out how Coinbase works and everything and how this works. So now it's time to leave the kiddie pool and go jump off the diving board into the big one, because I see a couple things in there that I want to fuck with that aren't available in the kiddie pool.
Yeah, I seen the same thing. I was sitting there watching them.
Yeah, and it's crazy. You see the numbers, you'll be like, damn, man, somebody just spent a fucking $4 million like it was nothing. Bank.
Yeah, I see that, yo, back to back, yo. It was like a couple little hundreds and another million. I'm like, and it was this on the V chain too, because I was sitting there watching that and the
Ontology, yeah.
Ontology. Those was two I kept watching. And yeah, there's a couple of them, and both of those was millions here, million there.
Now, because people were jumping in, because now you have to understand. All right, so Bitcoin is a ledger blockchain. I've tried to explain that to people. So if you buy something on PayPal, there's fees involved. You might not have to pay that fee for the transaction happening. The merchant probably has to, right?
Yeah, the 3% fee.
Yeah, whatever. So that's what they charge for facilitating those transactions. And the bigger the transaction, the more the merchant fee. Right? And then when you're talking about dealing with, $100 million at a time, dude, you know how hard it is to move $100 million? That shit's going to take a month. Mm-hmm. All this paperwork, all this fucking shit, all these fees you're going to have to, there's going to be 30 middlemen involved, all these banks and shit. Dude, you can move $100 million in crypto in 2 minutes and it'll cost you $1.40.
Facts.
It's incredible. And it's just like, so why would you fuck with that other shit? This is instantaneous, secured. So Bitcoin is a ledger, and they're the middleman. They're acting as the PayPal middleman. But everybody who's in the blockchain mining is another point of verification. So every single point along the blockchain who's mining, every computer, every rig, everything is verifying every single one of those transactions. So it's now there's a receipt of that transaction at every point along the chain. So it's impossible to fraud it because there's a fucking billion copies of it.
Yeah.
That's
why I was on the Coinbase. I got like 2 or 3 of them other little videos, and I was able to get a couple more free coins this morning. So I converted all those to the DAI or whatever, the single one, and put all them in the Nexo app wallet. I got like 20 or 30 DAI dollars all free off watching a couple videos yesterday, a couple videos today.
How could you go wrong? It's free and it actually teaches you. That's what watching those DAI videos, them paying me $50 to learn what their shit does. Why not? I learned what stable coins were, and then I learned a new investment thanks to .rec. Shout out to the homie of, instead of cashing out, flip it to DAI, allow it to sit there because it's free and it stays stable at $1, and then when it dips, flip it back in and leverage yourself up, and it didn't cost you anything.
Right.
And now they give you the 2% return on your DAI anyway within Coinbase, so while it's sitting there, it just gains money.
I pulled it out. I put it in the Nexo app because it's like 5%.
Yeah, it is, but I just use DAI as a strategic thing because DAI's not going to ever gain any more value. It's just stablecoin. It's just $1. It's just going to stay $1. So that's more inflation protection. Or, your money is never good. If you could put 50,000 in DAI and the dollar crashes, you still got 50,000 to where everybody else's 50,000 is probably actually only worth 30 now in the real world. So that's what the stablecoin does. What I flipped all my free shit into within Coinbase is Algorand. The Algo, ALGO. It's only like 40 cents right now, and there is market volatility. It does react, but they give you a 6% return they just started it today. They give you a
Damn.
6% return by leaving it in the algo. And I'm just like, I got some free algo because they had a learn and earn thing.
Yeah.
And they gave me like, I think it was only like a couple dollars, but what it ended up being was 22 of their coins. And then I just went and took all the other free ones that they gave me, like Stellar Lumens, and I had some Litecoin that I mined off of that one free game that just gives you the faucet shit. And I flipped those into all into algo, and I'm just sitting there watching that 6% return. It looks like it's literally like watching a mining app because it just never stops. Click, 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 it just constantly going up. I'm just like, cool. I'll never touch that shit again. I'll literally leave it there. But the fact that Nexo does that with all of those coins is incredible.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm just gonna put them all on Nexo right now, just chill.
It's $100 million insured, so I have no problem with it. And honestly, if the world descends into such chaos that the whole internet is gone and all these bitcoins and everything is destroyed, I don't give a fuck if you had your shit in a cold wallet anyway. It's not worth anything, so who cares? I'd rather have it earning that 2%. Especially the Bitcoin's going to pay you in Bitcoin. Whatever, throw it in there. No, it's dope, man. That I've been trying to put everybody on for well over a year. Like, y'all should educate yourself and fuck with this shit. They actually pay you to learn, so you can play with free money. And if you lose it all and you don't like it, who cares? At least you tried it out.
Yeah, I got like $30 total, because there's a couple I tried to click on that said they already all been claimed.
Dude, they happen so fast.
Two I'm on the joining list, and a couple it said like you can't do it in this region.
All right, so in order to hijack that, you got to get a VPN on your phone.
I got one.
Yeah, just turn on your VPN and put it in Germany or England, and then go back and sign up for those.
Oh. All right, bet. I didn't even think about that.
Nah,
I use a VPN here and there.
Yeah, all you have to do is click on it and sign up, and then you don't even have to keep it on. They'll just email you whenever you're ready, and then you can still do it through your U.S. server and not even have to have a Germany server. Because I did the same thing. I was just like, not available in the region. What the fuck? And I was just like, VPN, boop, boop, boop. And I tried it. I was just like, oh, they signed me up immediately. And actually, one of them literally, I didn't even have to wait. As soon as I hit, it just started. I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. Because I got to use a VPN a lot of the time anyway, because New York doesn't really allow sportsbook betting.
Oh, yeah. I was gambling there for a little bit, but I ended up losing money. So I was like, man, it's pointless to keep trying to bet. I'd win for a couple days, couple weeks, and I ended up losing it all. Like, I don't think betting's for me.
It's not really for me, but what I did get into is daily fantasy leagues. So on Sundays, jumping on FanDuel, and like, dude, it's 5 cents to jump in this room, and if you win this room, you get like fucking $300,000, dude.
Goddamn.
And I have a absolute profound wealth of knowledge when it comes to NFL football. So I was just like, oh, fuck it, I'm gonna jump in, man, because I understand this shit. And dude, it's made it so much more fun. I am not beholden to any singular team anymore. I just watch football. But, I had to use a VPN for that shit because for a while there, New York wasn't legal. And it's just like, well, damn, man, I can't even use this. Fucking stupid. New York is stupid.
Oh, yeah, for sure. When I was like I was saying the other day, like the last month or two, I got a couple of guns, and I was sitting here looking at all the gun laws and everything. New York got like can't really have a gun at all in there. It's crazy.
3.5, homie. If you don't got a good lawyer, you just get caught with one, and that's 3.5.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, dude. Because I was seeing the thing pop up with Lil Wayne. They was talking about how he, just going through the shit or whatever.
Him, well, P.
He got years ago.
Yeah, look at P. That's what he did. His 3.5 year was for a gun.
Yeah, I remember he was a little 22. I remember watching an interview about that.
Yeah, and then
Hip Hop Police.
Oh, trust me, they've. So, I've told this story before, and it's hilarious. So we were doing a show for Albert Einstein in the Lower East Side, Alphabet City, which is like all these little bars and shit, right? And this little place was so fucking small. There wasn't even a stage. Al and Pete were just standing there in front of the bar with Mike. It was some private party. Somebody had booked them. Anyway, I'm just like, yo, I am not going in there. It is so hot and so packed. I'm not fucking with it. So I hang out outside. And we had 1,000 of these.
Yeah.
And I handed out so many of them shits, and I had one left. And I sat down on the bench with Flea Lord. Literally, me and Flea. And I was just like, yo, I'm about to roll up, man. I'm out of stickers. And I had one left, so I just put it on the bench. And the second I did, they grabbed me. Literally. I touched the bench, and they just went, you're coming with us. And I was like, for a fucking sticker? And, you know, you've heard this story before. Long story short, it ends up being the goddamn hip-hop police.
Yo.
Fucking throw me into a cell for 24 hours and then ask me questions about 50 Cent and Mobb Deep. I was just like...
Yeah.
I just played stupid. Yeah, I was just like...
for West Virginia.
Yeah, my ID still say West Virginia. Yeah. I was like, yo, I'm just here for my birthday, man. I'm celebrating, which it was my birthday weekend. Yeah. So, and they didn't like that shit, and they threw me in there for another 24 hours before I finally saw the judge and shit.
Because he was saying P was trying to call around and nobody was saying they even knew where you was at.
They couldn't find me, son. I wasn't in the system. Mm-hmm. They literally, P and Tasia were literally scouring all of the police precincts trying to find me, and the only way that they found out which one I was actually in is because they knew somebody who worked at a precinct, and they called them, and they had to find out. But even then, they couldn't come get me. You know, but it's, the crazy thing is when they finally let me out and I had like 2% on my phone, I was like, all right, I'm going to make this quick. I knew Al was in Manhattan. So I called Al. I was just like, where are you at, dude? And he told me, I'm just like, yo, I'm coming over. He already knew what happened. He's just like, yeah, come on over, dude. I was like, I need to smoke, dude. I got to decompress for that dumb shit. And then I called P, and he's just like, yo, you good, son? I go, yo, P, I made it. He's like, you out? I was like, no, I made it, son. The hip-hop cops, they know who I am. I'm in the game, baby. And he was like, yo, you're fucking crazy, yo. And then I went to Al's hotel room. I was like, yo, I need to shower, yo. He's like, I've been arrested by them before. I know. Go shower. Here's some weed. Roll the fuck up. And he let me smoke. I took a real quick shower. Got fucking all that central bookings funk off me. And then the crazy part is P came to the hotel, and then me, him, and Tasia went and watched Lucy. That shit was Scarlett Johansson.
That dope movie, yo.
Yeah, we literally went straight from that whole prison shit, and then we went right to the theater and watched Lucy, yo.
Yeah, that's a dope movie.
Oh, yo, so even speaking about that, 24K, what up, homie? 3 Live, what up? You already know. So, Lucy is not for the uninitiated, yo. That's not for the normal human to watch and understand what they're really talking about.
Yeah.
So when we left the theater, that theater was almost as silent as whenever I went and watched The Passion of the Christ.
I never watched that movie.
Dude, we left that movie ended, there was total silence. No one said a word. Everyone left in silence. Like, Lucy, yeah, it was so shocking, dude. It's so brutal and shocking. You're just like, oh my God. But Lucy was just too confusing. People were literally like, I don't get it. I don't understand what went on. And me and P and Tay were walking out like, yo, that was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Dude, that whole thing where she like sits down, she's sitting in that chair and they go through time and space and she's in all these different places and explains evolution. They dropped so much actual fucking knowledge in that montage. I was just like, I can't believe they just put all that shit in there. And then, you know, of course we're looking at it like, well, I don't think anybody in this fucking theater actually caught any of that. Because people are there to be entertained, the majority of them. You know, even we were there to be entertained, but at the same time, we knew what we were getting into. I was like, this one's going to be a little bit different, dude. We're going to have to pay attention on this one.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people, they don't pay attention. Like, they're watching it, but they're not really, like, aware or conscious of actually what they're staring at. They're just, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I feel that the same exact thing happens with Marvel movies, dude. There are two types of crowds for the Marvel camp. The majority of them are going to watch the spectacle because they are vastly entertaining and they are excellently made. And their budgets are fucking hundreds of millions of dollars. Of course they're going to be incredible, dude. All the best actors on the planet are involved. You know, like, it's incredible. Stan Lee was a 33rd degree Mason, man. Stan Lee puts an absolute ass ton of esoteric knowledge into all of those fucking movies. There is so much shit going on.
I ain't really watched much of them.
So my illuminated mentor, I always refer to him as, you know, the like extremely illuminated. He, right from the beginning, because I wasn't never into none of that shit. I liked the X-Men as a little kid, because that was the cartoon when I was a kid, right? I was never into comic books and none of that shit because I played sports. And he was the one, I was already friends with him on a metaphysical, esoteric level. And he, from the beginning, was just like, yo, you're coming with me. Come with me, we're going to go watch this Marvel movie. And he would just, we'd watch it and then we'd go eat dinner. And then he'd just be like, oh, did you catch this? Did you see that? Blah, blah, blah. And then that's all I started watching him for. Especially Doctor Strange, man. Jesus God, oh Lord.
Yo, is that the one with the coat, right? Where he goes like into the astral realm because he got hurt? Yeah, I watched that one for sure when it came out.
Lord, boy, man, that one is like so loaded with information and symbolism. Like just symbols in the background, on the walls, on the floor. Like there's so much shit going on. But that's the point. Those who know how to see it are the only ones who do. It's crazy because I'll like watch those movies and look for all the knowledge, and then I'll go watch it again to be entertained. But I was too locked in on trying to find the shit the first time. Like, oh, do you see that? Right. And then I'm just like,
that's how it be. When I smoke, I'll smoke and watch one of them movies, and I get sucked into the screen, like seeing every little shit in the background, little shit on the floor. That's how I do when I be smoking, watching them joints.
Yeah, well, I don't think I understand what sobriety is at this point in my life. Oh man, yo, so I'm still tripping out over the Roger Harper thing yesterday, man. That shit is so cool to me, man. Like so cool. So yes, as soon as I got off of this, I literally just started trying to find highlights. I'm like, there's got to be highlights. Well, there aren't because YouTube has erased so much shit and just keeps updating. Like, dude, I'm gonna find me a jersey. I'm doing it. I don't care. I'll find one. It's out there.
I'm sure it's somewhere out there.
Yeah, I want a real one though. I don't want some. I want like a real one.
Yeah, I was about to say that you can always get one custom made.
Nah. I want like an actual one. And I want to put it in a frame. I'm going to hang it on my fucking wall because I am a fan of Roger Harper.
Yeah, that was dope, man. I was listening to that. That's when I just left the gym yesterday when he joined in. So I walked back to my spot, and I was sitting there listening to him talking about, you know, the Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons he played for and everything he went on. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I cannot wait until Tuesday. Like, I'm so hyped for Gray Matter because now I'm going to be able to just focus on the football part of it. Because he's like, hell yeah, I'll come on. Yeah, man, I'm going to I got questions, man. I got questions. And not just like, I understand how cutthroat and how the business side of everything works. That's not, I want to know about the football. Dude, he's friends with Deion fucking Sanders. He was on the field with Deion. What was that like? Jesus Christ. That's a cheetah in human form.
Yeah. They said, because he's telling that story, because I never heard that story about him, about that y'all talked about. He like got off the plane or whatever, ran and hit right back on it. Like, what?
It's the Fox. Yeah, no, that's a true story. That is a legendary story, so much so that they actually made it an animated cartoon out of it. Because it is a absolute legendary story, and it's true. He was so fucking fast, flew there, took a limo to the thing, walked in, ran his fucking 40, and just kept it moving. Whoosh, I'm out. Didn't even stop to see the time. Didn't matter. I'm faster than everybody here. It doesn't even matter. I could probably run faster than I just did, but you guys get it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so fucking cool. And then got on his plane, and I'm out. I got gold chains to wear and Jericho juice to apply to my hair because he had the ill Jerry curl back then, man.
Yeah.
Dude, he's the only athlete who has ever played in 2 professional sports in the same day.
I don't think I knew that.
He played a fucking NFL football game in the morning or in the afternoon, like the 1 o'clock slot. And then after the game, fucking jumped on a helicopter or a plane or whatever and then flew to Atlanta, or it might have been the Yankees at that time, and then played a fucking playoff baseball game in the evening. That's a motherfucking athlete, yo.
No doubt.
That's like mythical shit. So the other mythical fucking athlete, there's 3 of them. And I'm now throwing Aaron Rodgers into that category because Aaron Rodgers has said numerous times he don't even throw in the offseason. Whatever. He doesn't need to. He's better than everybody. He's now a mythical creature. I don't care. Everyone else has to work hard. You know Randy Moss never stretched and warmed up?
Yo, this is my dude. I was about to talk about the jerseys a minute ago. I was looking around trying to find a Marshall jersey of Moss, the green joint, 88.
Yo, I had his rookie year. I had the yellow Vikings 84. Yeah. Instantly. I'm a West Virginia kid. Of course I was hyped that Randy was making it. But, yo, he never warmed up, ever. He never stretched.
He used to smoke and shit, too, before games.
Yo, so they asked him once in an interview why he doesn't warm up. He said, you ever seen a cheetah stretch?
Yeah.
Conversation.
Yeah. Stretch and pull yourself.
Well, no, just conversation over. Cheetahs don't stretch. I'm faster than everybody. Fuck you. The other one, yo, Bo Jackson never worked out. Ever.
Yeah, that's the dude I was thinking of. He played like baseball and football, right?
Yo, he never worked out. He didn't run and work out. He just was built like that. Like, for real. Legendary shit. He is a athletic legend because everyone knows that dude never worked out. He said, I'd go hunting in the woods and I'd go shoot an animal and throw that shit on my shoulders and walk a couple miles back to home and shit. That was the workout. I'm just like, what the? This guy is like freak athletes, man. But yeah, Randy Moss, baby.
That's what he said. He was a freak of nature. He can jump. He can run. He can catch anything with one hand. Doesn't matter.
He was an absolute freak of nature, and I actually was at the Marshall WVU game the one year that Marshall actually played that way back when they never played each other, when Marshall had just taken the leap up to 1A from 1AA, because they had just won 1AA national championships, like 3 or 4 of them. So they got bumped up to 1A, and that first year, Marshall played in Morgantown against WVU, and Randy Moss was there. Ooh, let me tell you, Randy Moss beat them by himself. Literally by himself. Because he had the white and green candy striped socks.
Oh, shit.
In the game. So if you can go look up the highlights, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, well, Jesus Christ. And he was a freshman, too. It was incredible. So
yeah, I fuck up Randy Moss. That's my dude. I got a Marshall rookie card I got signed because once he got signed to the Vikings or whatever, he would go to Huntington every summer and like sign things for 500 people. And I was there one year because I got family over there. I was staying with my grandma for the summer when I was like 10 or some shit. And I went there and got a rookie Marshall card signed by him. I still got that.
Yeah, put that shit in a protective thing.
It is.
And then get it graded because sports cards are going through the fucking roof right now, dude. It blows my mind. Like, sports cards used to be valuable because it had all the information and stats and everything on them and all that shit, right? Now the internet exists. You want to know stats, I'd go online and look it up.
Yeah, right.
Like, I can look up metrics on it and trends and, like, so much more advanced than a piece of cardboard. So the sports card industry absolutely tanked to non-existence. And then all of a sudden now, the shit is through the roof, dude. Through the fucking roof. Like, rookie cards of rookies who are good are already going for like $2,000 and $3,000. It's just like, wait a minute, what?
Damn.
Who was it? The dude's still playing. It's not J.J. Watt. I want to say it's J.J. Watt, but it's not. We'll just say for posterity reasons so we can move forward with the conversation. It's somebody who's still actively playing, but their rookie card just sold for over 100. Oh, Mike Trout. Baseball, Mike Trout. His rookie card sold for like a fucking $1 million already. Dude, he's still playing.
God damn.
You know?
I need one of them cards, man.
Like Patrick Mahomes and all these other like guaranteed mega stars. All their cards are worth like 10, 30, 40 grand already, dude.
That's crazy, yo.
So yeah, one last thought before I go hang out with my dog and shit. So one night I was high in college, late night, like 3 a.m. And this is before the internet was more than what back then it was just a tool for education. You went to the library and got on the internet to like accomplish things. You didn't like, it wasn't like this, right? And so it's like 2, 3 in the morning, and I'm watching this fucking shopping channel, like just high as shit, just watching all these dumbass things go by, and this thing came up, and it was a LeBron James, the first ever card that he was ever on, ever in high school. It was one of those, and then also a sealed copy of the magazine that it was issued in, with it still in there, not cut out. And I was just like, no, I was so high. I was like, wow, dude, this is fucking crazy. And I bought 2 of them. I mean, I still got them. I still have them. I've never even opened them or anything. And I'll keep them forever. But those aren't like the, like the Fleer diamond or whatever that's worth like $1 trillion. But the fact that I even have those is fucking hilarious.
Yeah. You never know. It might be worth something, once he retires, some shit.
Well, of course, it's already worth something. It's just, it's hilarious that I was high one night and I was just like, oh, this is fucking cool. This is going to be worth something one day. And I just instantly was just like, This is why I was never supposed to have credit cards, because I would do dumb shit like that.
Right. Yeah, I just got, speaking of credit cards, I didn't even request no credit line increase. I got email like 2 or 3 days ago once I started getting back into crypto. I got $1,000 card. They upped it to $2,500. I'm like, y'all trying to tell me to buy a bunch of crypto or some shit? They give me extra $1,500. Like, usually a credit line increase is a couple $100. Like, y'all gave me $1,500 on $1,000 card. I got a $2,500 limit.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm like,
Might have to buy a dip real quick and then sell when it peaks real quick, and then just, give them back their money and then be like, look, I made some bread.
Yeah, right.
Well, the thing is with Bitcoin, all right, so it was on this meteoric rise where it was just not stopping going up. All right, so what we have now hit, though, is now it's reacting like it normally does for a time period. So now the resistance points are back in play. So now you can leverage your position, right? So with the put options, like I said, what somebody will do, say I have 5 Bitcoins and I bought them at 20 grand and I put an option on it that says if it ever hits 45,000, sell them. Right?
Yeah.
And what happens is when it crosses that 45,000, all those people who had that put option on it, it auto sells immediately, because that's all auto. Right?
Yeah.
And then that means the volume available increases real quick. So it just goes and it drops. And it goes below below what that resistance point was, 45 or whatever. It crossed above it. If it stays up above it for a while, that's why they call it a resistance point, because it'll always go up and then come back down. It keeps resisting going up above that price. So if it goes up above it and keeps going over a certain percentage, it's just going to keep going up. But if it goes up and then bounces down, that means that's the new point. It's just going to bounce there for a while, and that's what it's doing. It's
like the 40 grand mark?
Right, yeah, it's like right around there, 38. I saw it. You'll always see it happen at like not even numbers, but like what would mathematically make sense. 38,750.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
It's hit 750. You watch it. It'll hit 750, and then immediately it goes back down. And then it might climb back up, because what's happening is once there is available volume for sale, these giant investment institutions are buying them. They don't care what the price is. They do not fucking care. They are buying anything they can. Hundreds of millions at a time. And that makes it climb right back up to what it was already at and then continue upward. And then you play with the new resistance point. And that's how you can leverage yourself. Say you've got 10% of a Bitcoin, you catch the right point, sell it at 45, it dips down back down to 43, and then you take that 45,000, now, whatever your 10% was, and now you buy in at 43, well, that's $2,000 extra to buy more volume off of the same amount. And now you've leveraged up from 10 to like 12% off the same amount. And then you can keep doing that. And then you can go from 2% up to about 46%, which is what I did last year.
Damn.
Now, in the beginning of the year, there are lessons to be learned. Nothing is always wins, people. I did take a hit because I misinterpreted the new market for crypto. I assumed it was going to keep doing what it's doing now because it has always reacted like that. That's how I learned that it reacts. I did not understand that these big giant investment banks were just they don't care. They're buying everything. So when I saw it going up and it hit a resistance point it was 22,500, I was like, and I saw it hit that like 3 times. Like that's it. I'm going to leverage out this next one. And it hit 22.5 and I moved everything into DAI. And dude, it never went back down. It never went back down, and I just watched it. And I honestly should have. My instinct said, cut your little bit of a loss, minimal loss right now, and get back in, you idiot. And I'm just like, nah. It's going to hit a number, and it's going to tip back down, and then I won't lose anything. It never fucking did, dude. It never did.
Now it's doubled.
Well, by the time I finally jumped back in, I had essentially lost 10%. I lost 10% of volume, and it's fine. It was a lesson learned. Lessons learned. It's cool. I didn't lose any money, dude. Not from my $200 initial start by any means whatsoever.
No.
Not even close. I just lost potential of what it could have been, and you have to understand, no, I won. You know, it's like somebody who hits the lottery but misses the Powerball number and still gets $1 million but doesn't get 200 million, and they're like, "Oh fuck," and they get mad.
Like,
dude, you just got $1 million. Like, what are you mad about?
Right.
You know, so you have to have that mindset of focus on what you did achieve and not what you missed out on, because it's called FOMO, fear of missing out, and it's a crypto mental block. Everybody's like, oh, I already missed out. It's too expensive.
You explained that the other day. Yeah, you're like, yo, right now it's good. Maybe by the end of this year, it might be too late.
Even then,
me thinking and get back into it.
Even then, like I always tell everybody, you got $5, throw it in there. By the end of the year, that 5 will be 50. Who cares?
Yeah.
If you didn't need it, it's how you grow. And then you learn how investment actually works, because a bank doesn't give you any positive returns. You know, but this shit does. And if you understand. Yeah, if you
credit union.
Yeah, if you
use a bank.
Yeah, if you understand it, dude, and you understand how it works and the physics and math of everything, then you're not going to lose. I don't know. Everybody I put on to, you can't lose because you can start for free.
Yeah, you go Coinbase and get $30, $40 like I just did, like, for free.
For free, dude.
I bought some link and stuff today, but like I legit got about $30, $40 for free in the last 2 days, and there's like 2 more I think I'm on the waiting list to get another $10 or whatever.
Yo, so Christopher what up, Christopher? Christopher just said it. Even with CryptoTab.
That's why I was just about to get that.
Just use it as your browser, people, and never check what you've mined. Who cares? Because I can tell you, I have used it for 1 year, and I showed you guys yesterday. Today's value, actually, let's pull up what today's value in my CryptoTab is. This will be fun, because yesterday it was $100. So you're telling me... You telling me this browser's giving me $100 in Bitcoin, not just money?
Yeah, so that $100 could be more next year.
Next year,
like
that
1,000.
1,000 just to use their shit, and I don't have to watch ads or click on anything. It's literally a background thing. Why in the world wouldn't you use it? It's free, and look, there's the numbers right there.
Yeah, I just got it from my phone. I got it set up. I'm about to put it on my laptop, too.
Dude, I have 2 phones. I have it on my computer. Like, why wouldn't you? It's free.
Right? That's why I was talking about that little thing I found. Like, my laptop's got me like 8 pennies right now, 10 pennies probably now since this morning. But it's just running on my laptop all day while I'm at work, mining kind of, but, you know, it's a little something.
Listen, I've already seen it happen. Bitcoin went in at last year, and when the Roni cracked was 38, it dropped to $3,800. Crypto tanked. Everything bottomed out, right? In less than a year, we aren't even up to the Roni shutdown. 1 year mark, dude.
Yeah, that's like what, March-ish, February, March or something?
Yeah, March 1st.
Yeah.
It's either the 1st or the 5th. I can't really remember. You can see it on Coinbase because you can see the drop. If you go to the year, you'll see it. So you'll be like, well, that was the day it all went down. But look at what happened since that. We are less than a year. 3,800, and at the moment I just looked at it, it was $39,000. It went up 10 times. So who gives a fuck what your shit mines today? We're talking about later. Next year. This is all about getting ahead of the adoption curve, because what's happening now is everybody's getting on board. And it's all, if it keeps on happening, it's going to become universally like the thing. And then you're almost going to be forced to be, and they're going to force everybody into digital currencies and whatnot. It's going to happen. So
we don't take paper no more. Like,
all that's going to happen. So it's like, it's smart to get ahead of all that. So just get ahead of it, even if it's free, dude. They are shit that gives you free goddamn. There's a game on my phone, and it pays you in Ethereum, right? But there's this thing on it. It says get more ether, and it's just like if you complete these tasks, they'll pay you in ether. Dude, there's like 10 of the things on there that are download this app and open it. That's it. And I did all of them, and I woke up this morning, and all the ether that they pay you for each one of them might be like 44 units or whatever, was already in my Coinbase.
So what's that shit called? I might have to get that too.
Dude, I was just like, yo, that one worked, and all I had to, and then I just went and uninstalled all the apps immediately. I downloaded it, opened it, and uninstalled it just to see if it would work. And this morning they were in my Coinbase. I didn't even have to do anything.
I was like, did something like that before and got like some free gift cards and shit, like, for Walmart or whatever.
I would just like
survey something.
Yeah, I was just like, that was interesting, because Ethereum, was cracked over at 1,200. So it's only going to keep going up as more and more people fuck with what is the alternate to Bitcoin. The number 2 would be Ethereum. I mean, there's other things that are more expensive, like Wrapped Bitcoin and like all these other ones. But as far as like popularity is what they call it, which means usage and utilization and all that, it's number 2. Because actually its chain is what most other coins are based on, is the Ethereum blockchain. Bitcoin. That's what I've
noticed that since I've been looking into rigs. A lot of them are like designed for either Bitcoin or Ethereum, and I've been looking at that shit the last couple of days.
See, Bitcoin's its own unique thing. Bitcoin doesn't host other tokens and shit within its blockchain. It's a ledger chain. Ethereum is more like a DeFi thing, to where you can have apps and different coins and shit built onto its infrastructure. That's the whole point of Ethereum, was for other things to be able to build upon within this crypto universe. And that's why they have if you go into the DeFi world, they have all these like DeFi games and shit where they will pay you in their individual coins for that shit. And then I got a bunch of those shits where they'll pay you in that coin, and then you can just leverage out of that one and buy some real shit.
Yeah, right.
Dude, I'm telling you, I got this one that it pays you in its version of a coin, which is Phonium, to play the game, and it's so stupid. It's literally like the most asinine, just tap the button things ever. And then what you do within it's a green energy project game. As you donate those coins that the game creates to these green energy projects all over the world, carbon reduction, all wind energy farms, all this stuff, like real projects.
Yeah.
And then in return for you donating these fucking valueless coins that mean nothing except to this game, dude, they pay you in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin.
Damn.
And listen, the conversion rate is crazy, because all those games, you might win like 42 Satoshis or something so minuscule, because it takes 100 million to equal a whole coin of something, right?
Yeah.
Dude, this one, every time you trade 50 of their fucking valueless, meaningless coins, tokens or whatever, for Litecoin, it gives you 2,500 Litecoin units.
God damn.
Dude, I made $23 in Litecoin in one day on that game, just going tick, click, click. I was watching football. I was just like, yeah, whatever. I'm just going to keep fucking with this one.
Yo.
And it's free.
Yeah.
What's
that shit called?
I can send you a referral link.
Oh yeah. Send me. Yeah, go ahead and just send that shit to my IG or whatever.
So,
Yeah, gotta be like now. I could be later, yo.
yeah, now the shit's cool because it's just like, yo, if you guys don't want to spend money and you want to like get into it, there are games that will pay you. It's very little amount, but it's like, this is how you learn. Play with free money. A very wealthy individual I knew always said other people's money. He said, I never use my own money for anything. When I'm trying to make money, it's other people's money. I find investors, things like that. I never lose my own.
Yeah.
And that's what this is like. You're just kind of using other people's money to learn. So, yeah, Christopher, I got you, yo. So, homie, I appreciate it. It's fucking 5 o'clock. And
Yep.
I'm going to go do some other shit and try to accomplish some things with my day. And, do dope shit, basically. I hope you do the same.
Facts. Always.
So, yeah, you guys got any questions about pierogies or cryptocurrency, let me know. DM me. I am with the shits. As always, RIPP 333. It is Friday, so I will see you guys tomorrow morning for... Actually, I don't know on weekends. Morning meditation I will do. I don't know if I'm going to do the Dour Hour on weekends. But at the very least, it is RIP TV tomorrow night, so I will see you guys then. So until then, stay safe and be dope, everybody. All right. So as always, man, I appreciate you guys stopping through. You already know, and I'm going to go hang out with the wolf and, do some dope shit. Hope you guys do the same.